What's up, guys? It's your boy S Dub. Time to knock some boredom out again. So, my buddy, here at the spot, we always fixing stuff and building crap. So he has a iPod Mini 2 that his son broke. No, excuse me. He broke it. It was on his bed. He threw his cell phone, tossing it to his wife so she can use it, and it hit the corner of the iPad, and it shattered the screen. And that's funny because I hate Apple because they're cheaply made. They're good. They're good product. I don't knock that. But the fact that they're so secure, you can't hack them, get free movies, free games. The fact that they're so fragile. You know how many times I've dropped a $20 Android and it survives. But this iPad Mini can't even survive the impact of a cell phone. Toss, one of these. And you just, toss the phone to your significant other or somebody you actually like. You ain't throwing it at them. But, so enough jaw jacking. I'm about to get in this video, change out the screen. The digitizer, I believe, is bad. I don't know. But let's get it. This is a iPad Mini 2. Easiest way to take it apart is heat up the sides because there's glue on it. I am actually going to heat it up in another room, the bathroom actually, because my heat gun just took a crap on me. So I'm going to use my wife's blow dryer, and what I'm going to do is, honestly, I'm just going to heat up the one corner. That's it. Heat up the one corner, use my nifty little metal tool, and it'll cut the rest of the plastic. Makes it a little harder because you gotta apply a little more pressure, but it works just the same. I am gonna wedge this in here. If I could get a good foothold in there. Got it. There we go. And now it's pretty much that simple. And just slide it on down. Oop. And that's because, one, I didn't heat it all the way up, and two, the screen's all shattered. So all the broken bits are gonna collapse the worst. But it does work in my favor. I got glass on my hand, so make sure when you do this you try to vacuum up everything, wipe it down to get all the glass up. As you see, so I'm gonna heat up the other corner and come back this way just because it's been breached right here. Oh, that's toasty. I ended up heating up the entire one side just because it shards everywhere. Okay, let me get in here. As you see, it's all collapsed. Might have to heat it up a little longer. Yeah, have to heat it up longer because it's just giving out. Alright, I heated it up for a good while. There we go. All right. Now what I'm going to do, because it was so shattered, I'm going to tape the screen. And what that'll do is help minimize a lot of this nonsense. I just wanted to get a bead started so I could see the glue edge, which is basically the dark side, the glued edge. But you definitely want to be careful not to tear up the sensor in the camera when you're doing this. Again, if I had a heat gun and not using a blow dryer, it'd heat up better. I'm actually being kind of lazy by not waiting, or impatient, because I'm not waiting to let the glue soften up enough. Okay, baby. As you see, it's so broken right here that it's just collapsing. Alright, there we go. And when I'm doing it, I'm applying some upward force on the glass, not downward. I don't want to mess up the digitizer under the screen. Okay. Getting glass everywhere. And that's enough to where I can force the rest. Bam. We're almost done. All right. Alright, I had to take a moment, clean up some of the glass shards everywhere. It's looking like snow on my table. But also, to continue, there's pieces of tape on these two screws. You want to expose those two. And that's because we have to take the digitizer off, because the LCD is actually plugged in from the back. So right now what I'm doing is I'm removing this glue right here. You can heat it up if you want, but you risk damaging the digitizer. I have some needle nose tweezers, which tends to do what I need it to do when I'm replacing screens. And the light's kind of in my eye, I can't really see.
There we go. There we go. And here you can heat it up, or you can just do what I do and makes a heck of a difference. Make sure you be extra gentle. There we go. I'm gonna do this part off camera. Basically, I'm just gonna work it out. There we go. Okay, that's the spot. There we go. And we're just gonna work. I'm just gonna work this all the way off, all of that glass. You can see all of the little shards coming. You don't want to use tape or anything abrasive in any form, because these shards of glass scratch your LCD and it won't look as pristine as a new one. So I'm gonna do this off camera, scrub that a little bit. All right, so now I have exposed all three. Well, let me expose the third one now. And all four, I should say. Those four, 1, 2, 3, 4 is what holds the LCD down. All right. Now we unscrew those four. There we go. Alright. There we go. And also these screws are different sizes, so make sure you annotate them appropriately so you don't mix them up. There we go. And one thing you should note when you're putting this together, there's a fold in here. You want to make sure you fold it to where it's not touching your digitizer. That makes a heck of a difference on what you're doing. Let's see. Yep. Now I have to heat it up from the back. And the reason I'm heating it up from the back is because the LCD is glued down also. So I'm going to heat it up from the back. And I'm going to come with my plastic little pry tool right here. And I'm going to pry it. But you got to make sure you be extra careful. So let me heat it up and I'll get back to you.
Why the hell? There's nothing else out here. It's none of your damn business.
And if it gets stuck, don't force it. This thing is really fragile. What you want to do is just heat it up some more and work it out. Slow and steady is the best way. Again, I'm using a blow dryer. Nothing fancy. Just a plain old blow dryer. Bam. It's nice and easy. Now we just work it off, slow and steady. So, and then there's some tape right here. Bam. That's one piece, and then there's this piece right here. And if I'm not mistaken, that should be all of the tape. Oh, that's a lot better. But that isn't all of the tape. Still some left. There we go. All right. Bam. Now, normally I would cut this off, but I'm just making it harder for myself. And I'm not, or being lazy, either or, because I don't know where my scissors at. Don't feel like looking for them. But now that I have this loose, it's pretty loose. I have to lift this strip here, but before I do that, I'm going to take off this right here, the back plate. I'm going to remove that and disconnect the battery, because a lot of times when you're fiddling down in there where the connector's at, you can short out the entire device, and then you just fried it, did all the work, being gentle and everything, just to kill it. Alright, so now I'm just going to place a shirt here. Let me make sure I got all my tools just in case I need them. Put a shirt here, and that's more so to collect the glass shards and to protect the screen from the scratchy damaged screen or damaged LCD. Also, you can see a little glass shard right here with glue on it. I'm the daddy, baby. Gotcha. Oh, there we go. Now what we have to do is remove the screws over here. You kind of want to wedge it out sideways when you remove those. Kind of makes a difference. I'm gonna use my bigger screwdriver. There we go. There we go. Where's the next one? We got two more. I'm gonna remove these off camera just to make video footage shorter. I'm sure you get the gist pretty much. Alright, so this little metal bar or pad, it actually was over all of this like so. All I did was slide it out the way. Okay, so after you slide it, then you remove these three screws right there. And this comes right off. Now you have your digitizer right here, and you have your battery. Disconnect the battery, and that's so you don't accidentally short anything out. Okay, now the battery's gone. The digitizer's disconnected. It's pretty easy. Now I could take a cloth and clean that up. Okay, next step is to remove your screen. You gotta get the tape off. There's tape on it. Alright. Come on, baby. Come on for daddy. Oh, oh, oh. So close. So close.
You don't get to cheat.
So close. Ah. There we go. Alright. Let's see. There's some glue on it. Some type of adhesive. Hopefully I can just pry it off without having to apply heat.
Charlie, go. Lay down. You? Wait, is it your turn or my turn? I thought I'm not turn over.
Boom.
Did you do the toothbrush? It's my turn.
There it is.
Okay, I'm not going to do the picture because
And the screen is removed. Pretty simple enough. Alright. This is the screen that my buddy gave me. The replacement screen. He actually, the deal was if I fix his screen, he'd give me the tools to it. So I said, sure. Gives me a footage for the tube. There it is.
Pizza.
It's on there pretty good.
Ding dong, I get to go again.
Okay. Has a piece of tape over everything. So we're gonna remove this tape. Come on, baby.
Going.
Damn. All right. And we're gonna leave all of this there, because that's how it is on the original. Let's get this broken one out the way. We could use this pad as a soft cushion. New screen, don't want to mess it all up. Alright. And it's pretty simple. It snaps in really easy. What you got, baby? Do this.
Don't listen so
Yeah.
hard, Noah.
That's called cheating, Noah. And then it snaps in pretty easy.
Let Noah see too.
Make sure you get it in right. Don't force it. It should snap right in like it belongs. Like so.
Cool. Okay,
And that's on there. Nice and easy. Okay. Here's the digitizer. We're gonna clean it off. Get the fingerprint off.
Ready?
And make it look good as new.
Baby? Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Good. Baby.
Oops, and I touched it again, but
Oh yeah, I'm after Noah.
there you go.
Okay.
Don't apply too much pressure. That's how you tear up stuff. These things are really fragile. There we go. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Now the digitizer is pretty simple. Goes in, oops, like so. And the tricky part is you want to put a bend in it. You want to fold it to get in. There we go.
So you're not cheating?
There's a little string right there. There we go. Okay. Put it back like so. Alright.
Eating with this
Got it.
spoon.
You'll feel it snap in. It's pretty easy. Alright, before I place this on anything, I need to check the orientation of this one to make sure. Better safe than sorry. Yep, that's good. Alright. Now we put the battery back together. Like so. Bam. Use some tape to put the tape back. I'm going to reuse this tape right here. Let me go get some scissors. Now I have to finally get some dang on scissors, being lazy and all. Alright, so because I'm working on some renovations in the house, I actually have some bolt cutters or nail cutters. Bam. Put a little piece of tape over it. There you go. Oh wait, I almost forgot.
Really?
It's been so long since I put one of these. I forgot I don't have to use the tape on this one.
I thought it was an ice cream.
You want to use the little bracket they gave you. Is it the same on both sides? Yep. Goes like so. There we go.
Driving?
That's how it goes. Alright. I'm gonna put these screws and slide that back off camera. Put these in, slide this, put them in. Okay, now I have the 4 over here and 3 screws over there put back in. And now we put the digitizer down.
Good job.
And we got a print right there.
This is suspenders, but that's okay.
Oh, that's from the tape. Dang it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to clean that pretty good.
Archer. Good job. But it doesn't say Archer, it uses the other words. Bow and arrow.
There we go. Tape down. Now I have to clean that tape smudge from that right there. I'm just gonna use a little sock.
Duck, duck, goose. Bouncing a ball. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Bouncing a ball.
Takes a lot of work.
Which one? You gotta put it down over here.
You don't want to apply too much pressure. Okay, now that we have that part on, now you want to line this up. I'm relying on the little bit of adhesive it has. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get my double-sided tape. Oops, and I'm touching it. Get all the dirt out. There's nothing worse than having a screen that's clean and you got dirt behind it. That kind of sucks, you know.
Picking up the wrong card.
And there we go.
Back that. You haven't guessed it yet.
And make sure you line up the camera and everything good. Kind of falls into place, but you definitely want to make sure. And before you do anything, before you adhere it, turn it on, make sure you did it right. Which, that's no bueno. But we're gonna let it ride out for a second, see what happens. Alright, so here's the tablet. It's been put back together. All good and purty. I'm not sure if you can see it, but they have a digitizer problem also.
right here, you can see like in this area a little line comes. That's why I recommend changing the screen and the digitizer together. Let's see. But there you go. There's the screen. It's good and fixed. Thanks for coming. Catch you in the next one.